There once was a river spirit called the Painted Lady. She took care of the river and all the people who lived on and fished in the river. One day, the nation's army came and built a factory to build weapons, ammunitions, and the like. The factory polluted the river, and the river people became sick. The fish that they pulled from the river were sick, and the river was covered in slime and filth. They called to the river lady, but she would not come. The people grew hungry. All the fish from beyond the factory were being fished by the people in the factory, and none of it was being given to the people who had lived there and taken care of the river previous to the army coming. And the people said, "What can we do? They're our government. They're bigger than us. They have all the power." And they did not fight the powers that be. And the river continued to sicken, and they continued to sicken. One day, a group of friends came along, and a young girl said, "We should help these people." And her friends said, "No, you can't help these people. We have to move on. We have more important things to do." So the girl, learning of the Painted Lady, dressed up like the Painted Lady in the night and ran away, leaving her friends at their campsite. She ran down to the village. She came in like a mist and brought the food that she had stolen from the army. She left the food in the middle of the night, and a child who saw her told everyone the Painted Lady had visited and brought them food, and the people rejoiced, and they built a tower to the Painted Lady. And they ate the food, but they were still sick. So the girl convinced her friends to stay a little longer, to eat of the fresh fish that had been brought to the town, and to continue camping. Soon, night came. She snuck away, and a friend saw her and followed. He said, "You're like a hero. You're like a secret superhero. You've run away and helped all these people. I want to help. What can we do?" And she said, "Our other friend was right. There's nothing we can do to help these people unless we blow up the factory." So they snuck off in the middle of the night, and they blew up the factory. Of course, the next morning, the government, finding their factory gone, sent angry people from the army, well-armed people from the army, to this fishing town and began blowing it up. And the friends looked at each other and said, "What can we do? We're just three friends. How can we help these people?" And they snuck down and again pretended to be the Painted Lady with mystical powers. The wind blew. The lady flew in the air, missing all of the army shot at her but missed her. And she seemed to fly, and people thought, "The Painted Lady has come. She will save us." And then her hat flew off her head, and people realized, that's not a spirit, that's just a little girl with paint on her face. And they became angry. She had chased the army men away. They were no longer being attacked. They had food. She had healed their sickness with medicine. And yet they were angry because she had deceived them. And she said, "You're right. I'm just a little girl with a painted face. There's nothing I can do to help you. You have to help yourselves." And soon they taught the people to clean the river, and the river goddess returned and took care of her people once again.